Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I went to the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, Bitcoin 2025, and I must say it was very, very, very cool. Saw JD Vance, Ross Ulbricht, Michael Saylor, Cynthia Lummis. It was a really, really great experience, and it's nice that the conference is coming back to Vegas next year. And it was my first time going to a Bitcoin conference, and I will say a lot of people give the CEO, who I believe is David Bailey, a lot of shit because he is involved with a lot of crypto. And if you don't know Bitcoin, there's the Bitcoin industry and Bitcoin as money, and then there's crypto, which is everything else. And those are generally like Ethereum, Solana, all of those are like scam coins that are controlled by a group of people that realized that they could not change Bitcoin and they wanted to have their own cryptocurrency. So David Bailey is also a part of a lot of crypto companies, and but he also starting his own Bitcoin treasury company to buy Bitcoin himself. And one of the interesting thoughts that I had was like regardless of how anyone feels, the crypto industry wants to sell to people. And I guess who is David and the Bitcoin conference to be parents and the police saying, "Oh, you crypto people can't come. It's Bitcoin only." And I get it because the crypto industry has a lot of money. There's money to be made, and if they want to pay to sell their services to people at the Bitcoin conference, then I guess they should have that ability if they want to, because we are all grown adults. No one told us to go buy crypto. And if we do, and something bad happens, then that's our own fault. So I'm of two minds when I see the criticism about him when people are discussing why are there so many crypto scams and companies at this conference. Because one of the things that I appreciated while in Vegas was we saw some friends and family while we were there, and they had nothing but a negative connotation about Bitcoin itself. So when we met them for dinner, I had my pass around my neck, Bitcoin conference, I had my name tag, super hype. I was very happy to be there. I also got my book signed by Larry Lepard, it called The Big Print, which was very, very cool. But they asked us, why were we at the Bitcoin conference? Like, what's the deal? And there, the only thing that they knew about Bitcoin at that point was the crypto scam from Sam Bankman Fried back in what I believe was 2022, where he lost and stole billions and billions of dollars of customer funds and was rehypothecating it. And now he's in jail for the next 25 years. So that's the only Bitcoin reference that they have. So when I told them that, there's a difference between Bitcoin itself and its use case as money and the crypto industry. And I explained to them that crypto is controlled by a group of people who want to sell their own coin, but Bitcoin is a commodity. It's a money like gold. It's something that no one else can print and no one controls it. So just my positive interaction and positive discussion about Bitcoin, why telling them why 40,000 people came to this conference in Las Vegas, why I have my wife and my kid at the conference as well to learn things about Bitcoin for him for the future, to learn about Bitcoin mining, to meet other parents and things like that. I feel like I brought a very good positive energy that they didn't know about Bitcoin in the first place. And even though the crypto folks are there, interactions like that where people can see our passes, they can see the Bitcoin community, they can see a lot of the positivity coming from people, they can know that this is an industry worth taking a look at. So that was one of the benefits that I feel to having the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. And they told me that Las Vegas is so, they have these huge conference buildings and they could just absorb thousands of people all at once coming in for a weekend. But yeah, it was cool. Again, I went to Steak and Shake, paid in Bitcoin. The speakers were great. It was very crowded. The energy was positive. I would definitely go again. The activities for the children, they were okay. They could be better. My wife and I basically told them that a lot of the interactions that the kids had was out where the whole conference hall took place. So it was very, very noisy. It was hard to get the kids to focus to be able to have story time with Bitcoin authors that wrote these Bitcoin kids books. So I think and hope next year that they actually have a separate room or a separate section for the kids section so that the kids can not have so much noise from the conference. Hopefully, there's more speakers for the parents who bring their kids there to stay with them at the Satoshi Summer Camp, and maybe they could have like a TV, several TVs in the room showing what's happening on the stage, so that parents who are also talking with other parents and maybe listening to different speakers, they could actually keep in touch with what's happening on the stage while watching their kids in the room with other parents and stuff like that. So, but yeah, overall, I thought the conference was very good. It was at the Venetian Hotel, which is very bougie, but it was really nice staying there and just being able to take the elevator downstairs and go straight to the conference. But yeah, overall, David Bailey, they put on a good show, him and the whole team. I completely understand why they take the crypto industry because they're willing to pay to advertise to 40,000 people. And I don't think it's right for David Bailey and the Bitcoin conference to be a police and say, no, you can't come here because it's Bitcoin only. I get why some people would like for them to do that, but people need to make their own decisions and we're all grown-ups. If people want to advertise there and let them pay, if people come to the Bitcoin conference and they get sucked up into the crypto stuff, then that has nothing to do with us because all we do is save in Bitcoin. And I think the noise of the conference definitely leaked down to the normal folks that had nothing to do with it so they can see that Bitcoin is actually here to stay. You got the Vice President of the United States speaking at the conference. You got Cynthia Lummis from Wyoming talking about the Bitcoin Act, which she wants to get passed hopefully in the next year or so, where the United States would buy 1 million Bitcoins for its Bitcoin strategic reserve. And again, why aren't they buying dollars? Why are they buying Bitcoin? Definitely keep asking questions. So it was a really great conference. Michael Saylor was there, and Ross Ulbricht, who recently got pardoned by the president, is now free after being in prison for 12 years for starting Silk Road. And the sentence just didn't meet the what he did. It was ridiculous that he was serving two life sentences. So it was amazing that he was freed and able to speak about what's happened to him. And he is someone that's very important in the Bitcoin community because he built the infrastructure and a website for Bitcoin to be used as money. Obviously, it was for nefarious things and all different types of things, but again, free market. But he shouldn't have been in prison for two life sentences. The guy is what 40 years old, and this happened maybe 13 or so years ago. So the punishment was just beyond what the crime was, and that's because people and the government at that time, especially, was pushing back against Bitcoin and freedom money. But yeah, had a great time at the conference. I would definitely say anyone should try it at least one time if you haven't done it before. And I do want to make this a yearly thing, not necessarily to go yearly at the Bitcoin conference, but maybe the Oslo Freedom Forum, BTC Prague, and just have an experience with my family so that they could see what's going on across the world in the Bitcoin community, especially from the freedom fighters and people that are using Bitcoin to escape authoritarian regimes in countries that are like debasing their currency and stealing their money. So, yeah, with that said, I enjoyed the conference again. Hopefully, you guys take the time to go to a Bitcoin conference one day and just meet the people or meet anyone from the Bitcoin community. We'll be happy to have you. So yeah, with that said, keep asking questions, keep stacking sets, and I'll catch you on the next one.